The City of Dublin, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Your city to live, work, and play. Welcome everybody. I'm glad to be here. This is the Emery Auditorium. I have with me Mr. Art Smith. He's the head of the 4-H. It's a great day, isn't it?
Well, it sure is, and we're glad to be here. We're going to celebrate the history of the Dublin 4-H Center, which began developing in 1939 for the black youth of this state. There's a long history. It's a great story of the success of black young people having a place to go and go to camp and be entertained and learn. And we're glad to recognize that today.
And a lot of people I see around the room spent their lifetimes helping not only young black kids, but both white and black kids throughout the years. So there's a lot of history in this room.
There is, and we're also going to mention today to honor P.H. Stone, who was the first black 4-H leader in the state, and entered that job, I believe, in 1923, and later became the director of the Black Extension Service down at Savannah State, and before it moved to Fort Valley State University. And Mr. Stone will be inducted into the National 4-H Hall of Fame this fall in Washington, D.C.
You're really good at pulling these dates out. I can't believe you grabbing a 1923, so you know the history pretty well. And we're trying right now, I know the paperwork's in, trying to get this building on the National Registry.
Right. Ms. Rebecca Fenwick has worked with the City of Dublin to try to get this building, this site, put on the National Historic Register. Fortunately, all the blueprints of the original buildings here at the Dublin 4-H Center, including this building, are stored at Rock Eagle 4-H Center, and we're proud to be able to hold on to those records and commemorate this day as well.
Me and my wife come by Rock Eagle not long ago, and it has such fond memories being a 4-H'er and going to camp in the summer, and it's a beautiful campus. Since you're good at pulling numbers out, I got to throw this out to you. How many acres is Rock Eagle?
Almost 1,500.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was opened in 1955, and once it was completed, Bill Sutton and Tommy Walton came back and helped P.H. Stone and others finish the work on this building, this facility. And many of the donors that contributed to Rock Eagle later in the 50s contributed to the construction of the Dublin 4-H Center as well.
Wow. How long have you been involved with 4-H?
Well, I joined the 4-H in 1965 as a child when I was in the 5th grade, but I'm originally from Warren County, went home and farmed a few years after college, and then in 1985 I went to work with Extension. So I'm in my 38th year, but I'm not going to get to the end of the 38th year.
Well, for children watching us right now, somebody watching us on the air, why should they be involved in 4-H?
Well, 4-H offers children an opportunity to find something they're interested in. Traditionally people think about cooking and cows and showing livestock or whatever, but we, just like today, one of our performing arts group will be performing. We help children learn how to develop leadership skills, networks with other people, and I think probably most importantly, we help children become the best that they can be. So there's something in, maybe 4-H is not for everybody, but there's something in 4-H for everybody.
Yeah, we still have a very active, very good 4-H program here in Dublin, Lawrence County, so I think it's great for any child to at least see, because with the Boy Scouts kind of breaking apart in different parts of the country, it's not what it used to be. 4-H is something they could probably sink their teeth in.
Well, I think in 4-H we would tell you that it's important that a child belong to something.
Yeah.
And so whether it is 4-H or Scouting or FFA or Y clubs or whatever it might be, Girl Scouts, it's just important that children find a place that they can belong and what we like to talk about, find their spark or what they are interested in, and then with some caring adults supporting them, they can become better, greater productive citizens as adults.
Okay, and last thing, when you address the group here today, what will you be talking about?
I'll talk a little bit about, briefly about the history of this site. We have a young lady who came to camp here in the 60s as a 4-H member that's going to speak. Dr. Fred Harrison, who is a retired extension director from Fort Valley State University, will also be one of the speakers. And we're going to commemorate this day, the history of this facility, and the great work that was done not only by black people in the days of segregation, but the white people that helped them make this happen. And so I think it's a wonderful day to celebrate some good things about the past, even though we might not have been, maybe it wasn't always fair, but
right.
There were some good things that were done, and we're going to celebrate those good things today.
Absolutely. There were a lot of good things come out of it, and you and I basically, based on when you were 5, we were 5 together, but I never did understand. I was with a group of young African-American kids this morning. I never understood why we were separated as a child, but we got past those things now. We still have problems ahead, but we're working on those things, and if we ever stop dialogue, that's where the progress will stop. But we do need to focus on those good things and build on the bad.
Right. Well, that's what we want to do here today is celebrate the good and the progress we've made. And just like you said, there's still a lot of progress to be made in so many different parts of society.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
But thank you.
Spring has sprung here at Dublin Chevy Nissan in Dublin, Georgia. Our inventory is blooming with new Pathfinders, Frontiers, Yukons, and Tahoes. And with spring break coming up, there's never a better time to come into our award-winning service department for a checkup. And remember, Doug sells service well. With that spring trip coming up, there's never a better time to find a new or pre-owned SUV. If you see an HD or a Tahoe on our lot or online, don't wait or you'll miss out. Hurry in to Dublin Chevy Nissan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.